Hands-on is so important, and that is everything here.
There's a lot of hands-on activities. It's clean, so that's a bonus.
Lots of activities for different ages, and it's educational activities as well.
So I see the value of play as a chance for a little child to explore, to move their body, to understand this place where we live in a really concrete way.
From a research perspective, we know that the value of play is what allows younger kids to develop the cognitive skills, the critical thinking skills, the innovation skills, the things that really helps everybody succeed in life.
Lots of stimulation activities, so the blocks, the water table is his favorite, he loves that. Anything he can build is where he wants to be.
There's art, there's physical climbing and sliding, and there's figuring out little puzzles and different contraptions and building, and so it's got a little bit of everything. Keeps him busy.
We were here yesterday at the water table, and she woke up saying she wanted to come back, so that to me is awesome. Yesterday the boys, there was a couple older boys that were like 9 and 10 that were showing her how to go down the big kid slide with pillows and just stuff that she would have never thought of.
Not only so good for them intellectually, but as a parent, it's so much fun to watch because you get to see your kid interact with something in ways that you never would have thought of, and you get to see their imagination come out. You can't put a price tag on that.
Children's minds move quickly. This place gives them an opportunity to go from one activity to another and explore it as deeply or as quickly as they'd like to.
So this hands-on learning experience, museums that I had been to as a kid were usually don't touch, don't make loud noise. And this, I think, is one of the best ways for kids to learn, is to make it fun and interactive. The Great Lakes Children's Museum is invaluable to the Grand Traverse community.
There are so many great organizations in this community. It's one of the fundamentally great things about living here is there's so many great organizations, but the museum is so unique.
What we offer here as a community, members of the community come into the Children's Museum. They get to see each other, they get to talk to each other, they get to be together, they get to know each other. Their children get to know each other.
We have a whole plus programming which is designed to bring in families that are economically disadvantaged. We have a military program to try to bring in folks that serve in our military.
We raise money so that we can give tickets to people that might not normally have a membership at the Children's Museum. And it allows them to bring their children here so their children can have the same experiences the other children in our communities.
We were very fortunate with Michael, I think he's the director here. Michael gave our family a free membership, and that was really special to us. We can't afford a membership, but we did come here a lot, but we were paying these fees, and now we have the chance to go there more often, and we have 2 children, a 1-year-old and a 6-year-old, and they both benefit here. I think that's a really special program. There's not many good learning experiences that are high quality, like the Great Lakes Children's Museum, that will give you a free membership. So I think that was really cool.
There's so much, and it's always changing.
We've really only started coming recently, but I've seen several displays added in the last year.
Some of the big changes that we've had in the last while, we've been working on for quite a long time. We've been working towards refreshing exhibits, and we've been working towards bringing in thoughtfully considered exhibits.
The sailing table is amazing. That we worked with some community partners on the sailing table to create a design where kids can actually learn how to sail. They can tack against the wind, which is not something you see very often when in that kind of design. Working with Team Elmers and Mara builders on the bridges design, which is just an experience for kids to learn about bridges and how they work. And then the Hatchery, which is the one that's going in right now, that it's blocked off right now. Mike will be putting that in the next 2 weeks.
And we are working on a really great agricultural exhibit so that children can experience cherry farming in a much, in an up and close.
So we're focusing on our programming, trying to bring in new and exciting different kinds of programming that will help kids just experience the world in different ways.
We've got a Guardians of the Lake exhibit arriving soon.
And the premise is that we are all guardians of the Great Lakes, that we are all responsible for the environment in which we live. And part of that is accessing the Coast Guard as a guardian of the Great Lake.
Mainly, he likes the interaction with the other kids.
I hope they never remove the water table because that's everybody's favorite, I think.
My kids love the water table. My husband loves the water table.
I think the board here is really great. They're the best board in Traverse City.